Well, hey there, football fans. Welcome to Footy Prime's halftime show, City Newcastle, and I think this might be one of those seasons. I've got a suspicion it's one of those seasons. It's early, I know that. We saw Leeds just smash Chelsea. We saw Newcastle in 5 minutes. Boss Man City, at least. It could be one of those seasons. I'm James Sharman. Craig Forrest is right there. There's Brendan Dunlop. There. Wait. There. There's Dan Wong. Hey, boys.
Very Brady bunch of you, Sharms.
Yes, very much so.
Are you guys having audio issues before I go any further here?
No, we're just having a delay issue on your part. I didn't know if that was your brain or that was your technology.
See, right now, it's quite fun, actually. It's like I'm on shrooms. As I speak, I then hear myself through my earpiece about 10 seconds later. It's very confusing, but you guys are bang on. So I'll just keep going and just enjoy the chip right now because that's what it feels like at the moment.
Can I ask you something funny? Do you also have our Twitter or YouTube stream on as well? Because that would explain a 10-second delay. In another window?
Yeah. I do not. I do not.
You do not. Okay.
It's really weird.
Well, you enjoy your trip because that's exactly what Newcastle fans are enjoying right now at St. James's Park. Because just like your audio issues, this can't last forever, right?
You know, actually, I think it may have rectified itself. This is what's great about live TV. But yeah, right now, the voices have dissipated. Now it's making sense. The trips, it was great while it lasted. I'll tell you that much. But now it's gone. Back to the game. Listen, what a great first half. You look at the stats; they're actually quite interesting. City with most of the possession, but most shots on target is Newcastle. City with a slight edge on shots overall, and of course touches and passes. But the better team, Craig, from what the eyeball test tells me, has been Newcastle. What a great performance in that opening 45.
Yeah, they've struck really well when they've had their opportunities. But gotta say, atmosphere, absolutely unbelievable. That place is at that best is the very equal with the best in the world. It is unbelievable, St. James's Park. The atmosphere is there because obviously the ownership group has changed. We can go into that. But I was a little bit concerned because Man City, that first goal was incredible. I mean, I was 13, 14 passes. The movement was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, as a coach, dissecting that, the way they dropped in the center back, they went to a 2 to a 3. He ran up in central. You can't even figure out what Pep's doing. It's absolutely brilliant. But the response, and for Almiron, I was happy for him because he puts in a shift every single game, and he works so hard. He certainly deserved that goal. And even though it went to VAR, I still thought it was theater. I really did, even though it was a little bit delayed.
B, your mic's out.
It was his reaction, right? That's what makes it so special. Thanks, Wonger. I guess to answer the question, is James Sharman the worst to produce, Dan Wong? That comes from Peter from Wainwright. No, I might be the worst to produce.
I'm a dream to produce, let me tell you, Peter from Wainwright. Yeah. An absolute dream.
Produce.
And to answer Dave Starkey's question, thank you. I'm feeling mildly better, but I'm still miserable because this is what I'm doing and I'm living in the basement. As for Miguel Almiron, what made that so special was his reaction, as if they waited with bated breath, and then he reacted as if there was no interruption. And just his energy in general, I was really happy for him because of the miss earlier, because teams like Newcastle don't get any chances against Man City, a team like that. And Alan Saint-Maximin cut that ball back to him at the top of the box in the 17th minute, and he skied it. And the look on his face afterwards was as if he'd seen a ghost. Like, he will never be in that position again. And it looked like it was going to haunt him. But he still puts in the shift, as Craig said, and he's one of the hardest working players on the pitch every single match day. So I was happy for those fans. And they deserve the lead. Like, I mean, they suffocated them. There was a stretch there between the 25th and 30th minute where Man City only had 6% possession. That may never happen for a 5-minute stretch again this season.
Let me ask you this:
Yeah, it was
is there a player in the Prem more fun to watch than Sam Maximum? I don't think there is.
He's up there. I mean, I think I would argue De Bruyne is more fun to watch. No,
I don't know. I listen. I think De Bruyne is a better player, obviously, but as far as fun value, I mean, my God, this guy is like a wind-up toy. He's incredible. He's absolutely everywhere. He's got such great vision. He's got that worldie in him as well. So you never know what might happen when he gets the ball at his feet. But he's also got a great vision as well. We saw that in that first half. No wonder some big clubs are after him this summer. And no wonder Newcastle are going to put a lot of funds towards keeping him at that club. Because, I mean, this guy is already a fan favorite. And not just because of the headband, because of his style of football. I think he's just a joy to watch.
He's electric. You're right. He's very likable. I think he works himself into the French national team for the World Cup as well. I think that the advantage of a Winter World Cup for someone like him, who could be in form, if he looks like this, how can Didier Deschamps not consider him in a 26-man team, right?
No,
just
absolutely.
looking at the replay of that second goal, that Halloran goal, with Clumbers in. How would you say that? Stumbles in, bumbles in.
He's cumbersome.
Oh, he's cumbersome. He trips into the box, and it comes off of his thigh. His outside leg comes off of the thigh.
It looks like Wonga going through his front door on a Friday night.
Ooh, that's an ugly look.
Stumbles.
That's an ugly look. I wanted to point out though, and the color guy brought it up, was Foden missing.
The color commentator, just to be specific. There.
Yeah,
the color
sorry.
commentator in the match broadcast.
Well, I don't usually
just for anyone who didn't.
But bringing
Mike's.
up Foden missing taking that shot and missing that, Holland was wide open, and they were talking about them not really having chemistry yet, and then seeing Foden's page boy haircut, I think Holland's got to be served better. He's wide open half the time. And, when Phil Foden has that face, I truly despise him still. So there's my hot take.
I like that. Yeah.
He's brilliant, but I don't like his haircut or his service for Holland. There you go.
One great pickup by Newcastle, I felt, this offseason was Nick Pope, the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He's a great addition to that squad. He's solid. He made a couple really good saves with his feet as well. Difficult ones down low.
It's been a bit of a bad weekend for goalies, Craig? Across more than one league.
Oh, right across different continents.
Yeah. From Alex Bono to earlier this morning, Benjamin Mendy. I mean, my word, that was just horrendous. So it's good to see a guy like Nick Pope who's just stable, right? There's no flash in Nick Pope at all, is there? And that's why I think they brought him aboard as part of this project, right? He won't let him howler. He's okay with his feet, right? He's okay, but he's a good shot stopper. But there's no frills with Nick Pope, and that's kind of what you want in a goalkeeper, isn't it?
Well, yeah, except he comes up with some amazing saves. Amazing saves. Like, he's a highlight reel. He was unbelievable at Burnley.
Yeah, he's a shot stopper, and he keeps you he keeps you in matches, right? And I think you're a team like Newcastle,
he'll win you points.
That's exactly why you covet someone like that.
It's funny. I hope he doesn't shit the bed second.
You just jinxed him, Craiger.
We're talking about Newcastle, and this is the battle of the super rich. And surprisingly, Newcastle are considerably more rich. But the way that they've done business in the start of this money era, I really like it. And Nick Pope, to me, matches this Eddie Howe model of someone who's like definitely qualified, a lot of potential. But you haven't really kind of see them reach the top, and you didn't have to overpay to get them. Just put them in a situation to be successful. And they've really done that with a lot of pieces around them. And I would even put Kieran Trippier in that category as well. Yes, he's played for England and scored goals, and maybe he's on the higher end of it. But he's someone that we would say, well, how many of the top 4 teams would he get into in England? Not on a consistent basis. So Newcastle's a really good spot. I really like how they're doing this project. If they could hold this result, my God. People are going to be talking for days.
And hungry.
D. Herman has suggested that the goal was bundled in, which makes sense. Bundled makes sense. That's a good one. Yeah. Peter from Wainwright's at it again. Dunny is a producer's dream. His hair alone mesmerizes the audience. It takes away from Sharman's word soup. Love you all, except me, apparently. Even though I was terrified of Craig when I met him at age 6. Freaking giant. So Craig was a giant at 6. I'm saying that's what I don't think Peter's a fan of me. That's what I think. But keep on watching anyway. I thoroughly enjoyed that first half. And I love what Newcastle's doing. They're building their team properly. Now, City may still win this thing, but as I mentioned off the top before my audio went all crazy, it does kind of have that sense this season. I think City's still going to win this thing. But there's that sense each week we just don't know what's going to happen. I got that this morning with Leeds smashing Chelsea, United doing what they're doing right now, Liverpool dropping points as well at the moment. It seems like one of those weird years that City might win by 15, 20 points, but behind them will literally be a soup of teams.
Don't you think there's just an absolute quality level that is quite high, spread out right through the league? I mean, Leeds looks quite good. I mean, very good. Crystal Palace is aside right now. I think, they're hard to beat to watch. They're exciting. Saha's playing incredibly well. I think Vieira's done a great job there. They could beat anybody. Brighton's been unbelievable, winning 2 away games and on the trot as well at Manchester United and frickin' West Ham. Absolutely awful. Haven't been able to pick up a point yet, so that's another story altogether. But
how the mighty have
into all
fallen
these
in
games.
6 months, 4 months.
We'll get into all these games in the pod today, by the way. Later today on Sunday, we'll record that. We'll get to everything here. Before we get back to the game, though, we got a new analyst making an appearance at halftime. Don't worry, Fred Sasso, he will arrive once again post-match. But for the halftime, Brody Tanner. Brody Tanner joins us. No idea what to expect.
What? Who said that? It's like, oh, what's up? Hey, guys. How's it going? Thanks for having me, man. Like, oh, it's like we're all in the same room, but you're not even here. It's wild, man. Oh, dude. You know, it's cool. I was watching the soccer match, and, like, I'm just so impressed that they all showed up, you know? Like, they all got there. They all knew the directions, and I don't know if they took the same bus or what, but, like, everyone was there. And I was like, wow. Like, and then they brought balls, and they're kicking and whistles. Like, it's so exciting, you know, really to be a part of, you know, that sort of big whole conglomerate of fun. And it's so far out, man. Like, who knew? You know what I mean?
Thanks, Brody.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, but I do have a question. I got a question. Where's the old castle?
It's right beside Newcastle.
Yeah, they built it on top of it.
Oh, fair. Yeah, my uncle did that. He put a tent on top of his car, and that's where he lives now because his wife threw him out. Yeah, maybe he's at this game. I don't know. I haven't talked. No one's seen him for a while.
I think Brody found your mushrooms.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, no kidding.
They're
Brody,
real.
thank you for that.
They were tight, bro. Tight.
Thanks,
guys. I gotta go though. I gotta go see what happened to my dog. I let him out last night, and I can't find him anymore. But hey, keep up the good work, Footy Prime, and all you Footy Primers out there. Now let's go watch some soccer.
Thanks, Brody. Thanks. So you don't get that type of insight from your analysis anywhere else. So that's only on Footy Prime. All right, let's head back to the game. Oh, Peter actually he's a fan of mine. Turns out, after all, he's also a United fan, which might explain a little bit of the vitriol. But Peter, we're mates again, pal. It's all good.
You're not gonna read the other part. I know that you're behind me, so they're just coming out the tunnel, which means you still have 30 seconds before they take the pitch. You're not gonna read the rest of James's comment, which is I'm
not
28, so I'm part of the generation that grew up watching you on TV. No, you just don't like being reminded how old you are.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, no kidding.
That's it.
Yeah, that's why I'm constantly on shrooms before going on live YouTube. All right, enjoy the second half. 2-1 after 45 minutes. It should be a great second half. We'll be here again post-match for about 15 minutes or so, and then later today for our full Sunday podcast. It's Footy Prime. Enjoy the second half, everyone.